Hello and welcome, it's Candus Kampfer, and in today's QuickBooks tip and tricks, I want to teach you about how do you adjust which checking account automatically pops up when you go into your check register. So often when I go in to visit with clients, they go to click on the check register and they have to switch between accounts because their savings is the one that automatically comes up or some other type of bank account. So today I'm going to teach you, it's all about the chart of accounts and moving the accounts around so the one you want automatically comes up. And then the second thing I'm going to teach you is about preferences inside of QuickBooks so that when you go to use accounts payable or write a check, the correct account automatically comes up. So come look over my shoulder, let's get started. So a lot of times when I go in to visit with a client, they click here and they go, oh, that's not the account I want. Hold on, let me switch it. And they switch to their other account and then go in. And so I always love to show them this little trick because it's super simple. So the first thing you can do is go to lists, go to your chart of accounts, and you'll notice that there are little diamonds, so to speak, on the left side. And a lot of times what people don't realize is you can actually left click on that, hold it down, you'll notice a four-way arrow comes up. As you keep the left side of your mouse down, you can actually drag it up. You'll see this little line appears. You can put it wherever you want and you can put it up at the top. So you click on it and you pull it up and now your main checking account is on top. So you're clicking on the little, as your mouse moves over, it actually will create a four-way arrow. You keep that held down on the left side of your mouse and you can actually scroll it to wherever you want. You can do the same thing through any part of your chart of accounts. If you have expenses that you want to move around in your chart accounts or anything, you can change them that way. So now when you click on check register, that checking account pops up first. So that'll make your life easier. The second thing you can do is you can actually go under edit, preferences. So when you go into the chart of accounts, that's just moving your account, but you can also in the preferences select which checking account you want to open for a few different things. So again, you go under edit, preferences, and this is your preferences screen. There's a lot of different preferences throughout all my different videos. I explain different ones, but in this one today, we're going to go under checking. And to the right, you'll see My Preferences tab and Company Preferences. So the difference is My Preferences is for the person who's currently logged into QuickBooks. Company Preferences is for if you have multiple users that have their own logins that use QuickBooks. So My Preferences changes your personal one, and Company Preferences changes the company in general. So we're going to go down. If you're the only one who's logging in, you can change the company preferences. If you're an employee, you can only change your preferences. So we're going to go into company preferences. We're going to go down to the bottom and it says, if at every time a check is created, a paycheck, this is the account we want it to come from, because some people have a different bank account for their payroll and the same for payroll liabilities. But since we're going to change the checking account, we're going to act as if we're only changing ours. So we're going to go open the Write Checks window. So you click on it and then it drops down which checking account you want. So whenever you go to open the Write Checks screen, whatever checking account you want to automatically select, I'm going to click checking. And then if I pay my bills, which is pay bills is the vendor center, let me grab this, that's using this here, pay bills. And the write checks is over here under banking, write checks, okay? And then, so if you have, when you go to pay your bills, you paid out of a different account, you can select that there. If you still use the same checking account, you can just select checking. And then if you pay sales tax and you use the same account, you can select your regular checking account and make deposits. So what this is if you have account, this is really used for bigger companies, but it just makes it easy for when you go to use it, that it always puts it in the right place. So sometimes when people have, say, their personal and their business inside of QuickBooks set up so that they can run it that way, they will actually have, or say you have multiple locations with inside one data file, most likely you're using classes, and you want it to go make deposit goes into a certain account, then you can select which account you want it to go to in here. And if, for example, when I first started consulting, I kept track of all my personal QuickBooks in one data file and my consulting within the same data file because it was a Schedule C. And at that time, it was more commingled. So in that example, I would always want to make sure that my make deposit went to the one I use the most for that, which would be my consulting account. So if that doesn't make any sense, it's okay. Just know wherever you want these to go, you're going to select that account and click OK. When it says record deposit, that's here after you've received a payment from a customer and you're recording the deposit. That's what account it's choosing. So it'll automatically select your checking. You can still go in and pick a different account if you need to. And the same is true for write checks. You can still select a different account if you need to, if you have multiple accounts. It's just you want to select the account that you use most often for this data file. And the check register is the same. You can still select different ones, but it will automatically populate the one you're using if you change that in the chart of accounts. So this one you're changing in the chart of accounts. This one you're going to change in the other screen. I hope that was helpful. Have an amazing day. If you have a question, please leave or email me your question so I can create a video for you. And if you know somebody who could benefit from the tips and tricks, please share it with them. Have an amazing day. I'll see you soon. Take care.